Sure that I am showing live. All right, cool. Hi guys, welcome. I'm Debra Harrison with Simply Sweetening Designs, and each Friday I come to you at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time just to kick off your weekend with a really fun, quick project so that we can get in a little craft time. So guys, I wanted to share with you a little bit about Paper Pumpkin. If you're not familiar with it, I just wanted to tell you what it is and how you can subscribe to it. It's a really fun kit. Before I do that though, let me get this banner out of the way so that you can see me better. Let's move that out of the way. Awesome. Okay, so with the Paper Pumpkin subscription, you can either get it monthly for $22 plus tax. That includes shipping, super economical. Or you can buy a prepaid code. Most people don't know that. You can actually try it out for 1 month, 3 months, where you buy a prepaid code in my online Stampin' Up! Store, and then you redeem it over on the Paper Pumpkin website. Real easy. If you buy one, I walk you through how to do that, and then that way you can just try it out for a few months and you don't have to put a credit card on file and have to worry about remembering to go turn that off. So the Paper Pumpkin kit actually comes to you each month when you are a subscriber, and it has a really fun project kit for the month. It changes every month. We usually get hints kind of what's coming, and whether it's cards or treat holders. For the October Peaceful Christmas kit, it actually had cards that we made. So just to give you an idea, of course I've kind of taken everything out, so it's kind of out of its package. It's not quite as pretty, but it includes all of the supplies that you need to make the project for the month. Like in this case, we have like some adhesives and some twine there. It comes with an ink spot, which is super duper cool, particularly if you're looking to build your ink supply. That's a great way to do it. And it comes with a stamp set that's just exclusive to the Paper Pumpkin kit. And oh my goodness, I love these little gems. I don't know if they'll catch it in the camera, but they have a little glitter in them and they're so cute. And then we have some just die cut pieces, some vellum, and then down here at the bottom we got our cardstock bases. Really beautiful, and I don't know if you can see, it's got some little silver sparkles in it. And then we have just a plain green one. Now the plain green one is the one that we're going to use today. Kind of doesn't look like much, but we're going to make something really cute out of it. And these really, oh my goodness, I love these envelopes. Look at that silver foil there at the bottom. So we are going to use part of one of the envelopes for today's project. Also too, there are instructions. Now I do use these sometimes, but I got to tell you guys, I'm really more of a visual person and I need to see it actually in action. So over on my Playing with Paper Pumpkin Facebook group, I usually will post the video from Stampin' Up! Actually showing how to put the project together. So you have two different ways to be able to put your project together. And also sometimes our Paper Pumpkin kits, they will actually coordinate with a product. In this case, it coordinates with the Peaceful Christmas Suite that's in our catalog. So let me go ahead and get all this stuff out of the way so we can get into the project. Now I will tell you, when I am doing my Paper Pumpkin kits, I always like to start off with exactly how it was designed to be made. That way it kind of gets the creative flow going. How do the pieces coordinate with each other? And that gives me some ideas how I can use the kit. So in this case, when I designed it or made the cards just like they had them in the kit, this is what they look like. Just really pretty. It's got a little bit of stamping. You may not be able to see it fully, but it's got those really pretty gems. And then that really pretty card with the twine and the little red banner there. So, but I got to thinking, one, I don't always want Christmas cards, and sometimes I need treat holders. So what I did is I used some of the components from the kit to make this really fun little treat box. And guys, this is so easy. Now, if you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, don't worry about it at all, because you know what? You can actually do this with pretty much any standard card base, and I will explain how. So just to let you know, for today's project, for anybody who's on my email newsletter list, you will be getting in your email tomorrow the project sheet for today's project with the instructions. Now, like I said, you can also too, you can use this with a piece of just cardstock, or if you are like many of us Paper Pumpkin subscribers, you probably have a ton of unused boxes that are just sitting, right? We all have them. I know some of y'all are really good about making your projects, giving them out to people, but I know if you're like me, you probably have enough paper pumpkin kits stored away that your kids could make like a really cute little fort, right? So use those out, pull them out, and this is a great way to use up some of those card bases that have been sitting there for a while. Use them for like your kids, classroom, or if you have coworkers. And I know some of y'all too, I have some friends who also do direct sales in different businesses. I know some like sell candles or those wax bars or makeup. This would be a really cute way to be able to gift to your customers in a really fun way. So let's go ahead, let me explain how we put this together, how we make this really fun little treat box. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with that just plain Jane green cardstock base. Now, you know in the middle, it's already scored for us at 4 1/4, okay? So that kind of helps. And like I said, you can use this with any card base. But if you don't have a card base, you can also too just take a 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 piece of any cardstock. And then what you're going to do, and hopefully I am in view on my camera, you're going to take and you're going to score it at 4 1/4. In this case, that line was already there for me based just from the card base itself. But then you're also going to score again at 5 1/2. Then we're going to rotate it. Now you have two options here. In my instructions, I show you how to score at 1 1/4, and then again at 4 1/4. However, if you just want to, you can just score at the 1 1/4 and then rotate it and then score it at 1 1/4 again, if that's easier to remember. All right, so let me get this out of the way. And I'm going to take my paper snips here. Now, on here, we have some score lines. Let me see if I can burnish that a little bit. There is a score line here at the 4 1/4 and then another score line at 5 1/2. So what I'm going to do is I am going to snip up and I'm going to form some tabs here on each side. I'm going to kind of angle cut, get rid of some of that bulk. Then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to snip up the other score lines on the opposite side. Again, kind of angle cut, a little bit of that out of there. Okay, and that is going to form the template for our box, okay? So like I said, really simple, just your simple score lines there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to burnish each of these score lines so we have a nice crisp box. So I'm going to do the front ones, then I'm going to do the side score lines. Get those squared off nicely. And then again, also here on the other side. All right, so now we're ready to put our box together. Remember how we created those tabs right there by cutting them? So we're just going to glue those tabs to the back panel. So here's my long edge. So I want to start there first. So I'm going to take that long panel and I'm going to glue it to the tab. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the other panel. I'm going to glue it to that long tab again that's at the back. All right, so that's where we're at right now. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these shorter panels to the side. Just kind of cup it around and then glue each side. I'm just going to do both at one time. Should be pretty easy to do. All right. Can you see the box coming together? It's not too hard, right? Pretty simple. All right, so now I don't want that kind of sticking out. That looks a little weird to me. So what I want to do is I'm going to angle cut. And I'm going to start here and I'm going to cut from this tip to that tip. Now you can do it the opposite way, whatever is more comfortable for you. I just find that this works better for me. So I'm going to angle cut that little bit out. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. I'm going to angle cut that. I did not cut that very well. Let's try that again. That looks a little better. All right, so see, there is the base for our box. And next what we're going to do is we're just going to decorate it up. So what I did is, remember I was showing you, let's see, where did I put all that stuff? Let me get this out of my way. Too much stuff around me. Remember I was sharing with you some of those die cuts? I popped out one of this gingham print, and what I did is I cut it down to 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and I'm just going to glue that to the front panel here. See how I'm just using parts of a kit. I'm not really adding anything to it, just using what we already have in our kit. Now, if you don't have this kit, you can just use some designer series paper with cardstock. And then next what I'm gonna do, remember that really pretty envelope? All right, I hate to do it. I know I'm gonna have to cut this up, but I just could not leave those trees and not include it somewhere on this box. So I cut a piece, and that piece is like 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I did snip away a piece, and I'm just going to glue that to the bottom of the gingham section there. Just add some of that really pretty silver foil. Plus 2, I've already used my card base, so I really don't need the envelope anymore. All right, so again, I'm using another piece, using the gray piece from the kit, and I'm going to pop it up with some dimensionals here. And I'm going to put that just above the trees right here because I still want some of my gingham to show. And then next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that red banner that comes in the kit, and I don't really want to stamp on that side, so I'm just going to flip it over. And what I did here is I stamped in the, what's that called? It is the Shaded Spruce this month. I used this Shaded Spruce ink, and I just stamped my sentiment using one of the stamps that's in the stamp set already. And we're going to pop that up with some dimensionals again. All right, I'm going to put that there. And then I want to grab those really beautiful little gems here, and we're just going to add some little sparkle onto our tree box here. And then what I did from what's inside my box is I bought some of those really fun Brock's nougat candies. Do you remember these with the Christmas trees, really soft? I found them at Walmart, and I probably haven't seen these in years. So I bought a whole bunch, and I thought they would be really fun. And I thought it was really cute that the trees match the trees on the box. So what I did is I used the gusseted bags that are in the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog, and I tied it off with the red twine that was already in the kit. So we could just put that into our box for a fun little treat. And so you can swap it out. It doesn't have to be candies. You can use other things in there for a fun little treat for your friends and your family. Excuse me. Okay, now I wanted to share with you another treat box I did using the same concept. Remember how I said pretty much any standard card base? Well, this is a Memories and More card that actually is a little bit wider, but it still works just fine. And you can find this in our holiday catalog. Really cute little gingerbread cards there, and they have some really fun envelopes. What I did is I made these little boxes for my team meeting last night, just a little treat for my team. And I used the same thing. I just took, here's my 4 1/4 score line. I scored again at the 5 1/2 mark, and then I scored each side at 1 1/4. Turn it around, and then again at 1 1/4, and then I just decorated it up. So really, really simple. I will actually have a picture of this on the project sheet for those on my email list so that you can get another idea on how to make a different box with that. And as you see, it is a little bit wider because the card is a little bit wider. So you can use this measurements to make all kinds of really fun treat boxes. So guys, I wanted to tell you, if you were not familiar, Paper Pumpkin, I told you how you can subscribe to it, but did you know that you can actually gift it to somebody? I think that's really cool. I've done this before. I find usually if they're middle school age and up is probably the most ideal age. Anywhere obviously into adulthood, we all enjoy it, crafting, but you can actually gift that where you can buy a prepaid subscription, 1, 3, 6, or 12 months, and then you get emailed a code, and then you can just enter in that code and then just quickly gift the paper pumpkin to them. So as we're thinking of the holidays, and I know shopping may be a little bit more challenging this year than other years, this may be a fun alternative idea to gift to somebody. Now I wanted to tell you what I have coming up. Now we do have for the November Paper Pumpkin, we have a really cute kit coming up. It's called Gifts Galore, and it makes 9 really cute treat holders. I think they said 3 each of 3 different designs, and it includes food safe bags. So if you're interested in getting that, you just want to make sure and reserve your kit by November 10th. Now you can either go onto my Stampin' Up! Website and you can sign up there. You can also buy the prepaid code, or if you want to contact me, I would be happy to reserve a kit for you and just invoice you for the price. If you did not get speaking of kits, if you did not get the Peaceful Christmas kit for this month, for October, I do have one extra for sale for $25. So message me if you need one. Because I noticed that the refills are even sold out. If you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, you can also, when you're a subscriber, you can actually get refills where it has everything but like the stamp set and the ink spot. It has all those consumable supplies so that you can make a lot more and not have to spend the whole amount of money. They're very, very economical. They're like $10, $12 for the refills. So also too, guys, I have my Christmas mystery box coming up. The registration is open right now. If you saw my Halloween mystery box, it's a fun box of products from the Stampin' Up! Products, and some really fun little goodies that I include inside. So if you want to go sign up, the registration is open till November 14th. So guys, you can message me if you have any questions, and I am so excited to craft again with you next week. Guys, I hope that you'll have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next Friday. Bye guys, take care.